Today is October 28th. This is the update from the Meyer-Veen home. It is now week 8 after the flood, and as you can see, the block is looking very different. The Price St. George house has been gone and filled in for several weeks now. We received our first hard frost, by way of about 5 inches of snow last night. Not good news for all of us on Fair Street as we pan. Pam's house still sits untouched and is for sale. And Rose Kuhn's house is also for sale, and the Nemec's house is also for sale. And this apartment building is gutted but still just sits. The Somm house was done right away, one of the first ones redone, maybe a little too soon, and Randy and Debbie are continuing to rebuild as well. So 2 out of all of the houses around us. And you can see the progress. We've had Dad just returned from Michigan to take 2 months off and help us rebuild. We had to re-pour some of the back foundation, and here's the work zone. Still working to dry things out. Still fully gutted, and here we are 8 weeks later and things are still not dry. So we've ripped out a bunch of vents. We're converting to propane and moving it upstairs. Baseboard, hot water heat. The stair closet is now ready for them to come back and put the heat in. And had to redo all the electrical work. So very much still disaster zone. There's Dad working. We need to replace out some of the subflooring. We did replace out all the subflooring in the kitchen as it was so on level. And unfortunately the kitchen is the worst spot for moisture. So we're still working on drying it out. You can hear the heaters still going. We received a gift of insulation from the teachers, but we weren't dry enough to put it in yet. So the bathroom we've decided to pull out and put in a tub, and we're going to close off the garage, make it a room of the house, and put a sliding glass door in the back there. So some progress, but it's very slow going. And the lot has been done down in the cellar. This is what it used to look like. It will be reframed out and with stairs and look a lot different. There's now crushed stone moisture barrier down there and fully cleaned out. So going through the house, still not much of a house at this point. Unfortunately, the upstairs is getting dirtier as we go with all of the construction going on upstairs, all the things you never think about. Everything upstairs is absolutely covered in dust and dirt and grime. So the workstation back here, we got everything we owned that was salvageable power washed and gutted out the barn and put it in the barn. And as you can see, the fence pieces and things are now down and arranged, and the propane tanks are at least sitting back up again, and Sam's playset has been put back in place. His birthday was a couple weeks ago, and we were very thankful took about 10 strong people to move that playset and put it back in place. And we needed to get a different slide, but Grandma and Grandpa had already bought a bunch of new things to put on it, so we wanted to make sure and get that done before Sam's birthday, and so he could see something that looked a little bit like it used to. So continuing to work away at the Meyer-Veen house, and it would be really nice if we were dry enough to start rebuilding. So Schoharie is still very much a question mark on what's going to happen here with all the loss of real estate and homeowners at the moment. We keep trying to convince people to stay day by day. Schoharie Recovery is working hard, very hard, to help convince people to rebuild and get them the resources that they need. So that's not much else to see here. Just a whole lot of dilapidated houses. 270 is the official number of houses in Schoharie that are similar to ours or worse. Bryce and Cindy are neighbors who are living with us at another family's home, neighbors down the road that were with us. Bryce's brother was with me on the first filming. Their house, they're still waiting on insurance, and they had such substantial damage that they are not even going to try to start rebuilding till spring because they don't know what they can do with the raising of the floodplain and the 50% rule, and possibly having to raise up their house. So long and hard. Not real grateful for the snow right now. That's it from Schoharie.